everyone. I wanted to go ahead and make a video on why the touch and release method is far superior than all the other microneedling methods that you've seen. So here is a dermal roller, which many of us are familiar with. This was the first way that it came into the United States, was the dermal rollering. And this is why we're not a fan of the dermal rollers. So this one here is a 0.25. As you can see, it's really, really little. I don't ever tell people to use dermal rollers. This is the only depth that I will tell clients is safe to use at home. And basically what it's doing is it's not microneedling the tissues at all. All it's doing is putting tiny little puncture wounds in the epidermis for those who have more dead skin cell buildup to allow products to penetrate in deeper. So as you can see though, like with the needle, when you roll it, it's gonna create this scooping method. Like you have, here's the needle, and it's gonna go in the skin as it rolls and out like this. So it creates these scoops in the tissues. The thing with the microneedling pens is the same thing can happen. The bonus with having the touch and release method, when you're going straight down into the tissues, is it's making these straight channels into the dermis, creating a wound that then the tissue, of course, is then gonna fill in the hole. It's kind of like aerating your lawn in a way. That's why it creates kind of a shrink wrap effect on the face. We're gonna put all these pinholes into the skin, and then new fresh skin with collagen and elastin is gonna fill in that hole, and then it's gonna kind of tighten everything up. Whereas when you're dragging the pin along the tissues, it's actually creating all these scratches because the needle is moving so quickly, it basically is outside of the pin the whole time. So when you're doing circles, when you're doing back and forth, when you're doing cross hatching, what you're doing is you're creating all these microscopic tears on the tissue. Therefore, you're not creating a wound as much as a scratch on the surface of the skin. The other thing is that when you're doing the dragging method is you have to turn the depth of the pin down, because when it's up higher, it'll start catching on the skin. And you can see it as the technician, you're like, oh, it's catching. So then we go in, we turn down the needle depth. And the reason why we end up getting more blood is because you just keep dragging and scratching and tearing up the tissues to get the blood point that you want. But we don't want that type of bleeding. We want pinpoint bleeding. So that is why I am a huge fan of the touch and release. If you think about it with when it comes to like the laser machines, like Infinity, Morpheus 8, Profound, all those machines, the needle is like a stapler, right? Like you put it on the skin, you push it, it goes straight into the tissues, it comes back out before you can even move it. You are trying to replicate the fancy lasers with this handheld device. Never have you gone into a doctor's office and they've been able to take those big machines and drag it around the skin. So you want to treat the pen the same way.